Hi, my name's Greg. I am the creator of Good Old RVing. And just real quick, I was born into the RV world. Parents RV'd, I RV. I think it's going to be a family tradition. Anyways, got a lot to cover. Let's get started. Okay, this chapter is ovens and stoves. And I'm pretty sure if you work in the kitchen, you kind of know how to use an oven, you kind of know how to use a stove, and so those are kind of common sense things. But what you don't know is this different tricks that you have to have on a propane oven. Because on a propane oven, it doesn't heat the same as on a propane stove or a natural gas oven. And so you have to come up with little tricks to make it work right for you. So here's one right here. I added a temperature probe sensor. It's a meat probe, but I just put it in here. The seals are flimsy, so you go right under that seal, and you just stick it up in the back of the oven. Boom. And now I can see what the true oven temperature is. Because these knobs that tell you the oven temperature, they're not correct. Okay, so that's one little trick. Then plus, I could also reuse that same probe and test the meat before we eat it to make sure that it's within the right temperature range so nobody gets sick. So that's two things that's good for. Now another thing in the oven, everyone's afraid to cook in the oven because they say the bottom of their food always gets burnt. And so, it's true, because I've burnt the bottom of mine too. But this is also true. This little guy, mine's broken, but it's a pizza stone. And these pizza stones, what they do is you lay them on this plate right here because the burner's right below you. So you just put them in there. See, you know, on this it has a center that's lifted. So this pizza stone that I got fits on that perfectly. Well, just right inside that square. I actually got it to fit into my portable oven, but it's no purpose. Like most things are in an RV, if you plan it right. And so you put your plate in here. Now the burner is directly under it, right here. There's the plate, and you can see the square I'm talking about. The raised lip all the way around. You see how my pizza plate just sits right in there. Okay, so I put it in the middle, and if you look underneath, you see where the burner is, and you can see where it goes right across the middle. And even though it's broken, it still works. The pizza plate. So just something for you to be aware of. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you how I light. First off, how I light this oven up. There's a variety of different types of these lighters. Same ones you use in your barbecue. Got that one. Then got a kit with a couple different ones there. And even got one with a flexible tube on it to where you could reach exactly where you want that lighter to go. And so I'm okay with just using the straight one right there because I use them until they run out, and then I'll open up a new pack. They all do the same job. They all light the stove or the oven or the barbecue. So okay, so I'm going to show you how I do it now. Right here, so what I do is first I twist this to pilot. You have to push in and turn. Okay, now to light it, you have to be pushing in on pilot. If you can see this right here, this is your pilot light. Let's see if I can enlarge this. Right here, that's your pilot light. That's what you want to light with the lighter. So let's see if I can get this done. Turn this on, pushing in, lighting. Okay, I believe it's lit. Now we just turn it. And you see how it lit the whole thing, all the way across. See there? Okay, now I'm going to turn it off. Okay, let's try it in the dark. Maybe might be able to see it light a little better. Okay, turn to pilot. Light the igniter. Pilot's lit. Turn it on. Pretty easy. Then to turn it all the way off, you have to push in and then just put the rack in there. But I always put it at the same spot. I keep it at the very bottom one because usually when I'm baking something, it's usually some kind of meat or something that is tall. And so you have to remember heat rises. So you put it down here, the heat's deflected, the heat's going to go around and you'll get a much more even cooking because heat will be going around whatever you have in there. But if you have it too tall, then there won't be any room for the heat to go totally around the top. And so just do that accordingly, whatever works for you. Okay, and so this, just throw it in here, like that, get this out of the way, and close the door. That's about it for the oven. Or, yeah, for the oven. So I just installed this very inexpensive thermometer for the stove. It's a meat thermometer. I'm going to see if I could work it in the stove. So right now, it's reading 160. I think that's 160. I have it set at 350. Let's see which one of those numbers changed to 350. Oh, right now it's at 72. Okay, we'll see what hits 350. Okay, this is what it is right here. Digital wired probe thermometer. Track feed temperatures without opening the oven door. See, and that's what caught my eye. It said the oven door. It didn't say the barbecue or nothing like that, smoker. It said the oven door. And so, has a timer. It's programmable. Stainless steel. Runs off one AA battery. Has an on-off switch, so it could prolong the life of that battery. And I just put it on the door of the oven. It's a stainless steel door on the oven, so it kind of blends. I just put it on there with a little bit of Velcro. So if I wanted to use it on a barbecue, I could take it out of there and just go throw it on the barbecue, put it in the meat. So let's see what happens. You don't want to get things that have ammonia in them where the propane is, because propane and ammonia do not mix well. And so just something to think about. If you don't plan on using your stove directly after you clean it, then you'll probably be fine because it'll evaporate. And so these stoves, I know when I'm cooking I always have something boil over. So I got these little placemat things for the stove burners, and they work great. You can see that things have boiled over but have gotten caught. And I would have replaced it already, but I ran out of them. And where I get them is like an hour drive from here, so I don't feel like going to get them right now. So to clean this stove, simply take the grate off. Comes right out. It has 4 holes. They have grommets usually. Okay, you can see the holes in there. They'll have grommets. Well, this one is missing a grommet, but sometimes the grommets will stick. Like right here, they stick on your grate. So that's just something to be aware of. Okay, and something else to be aware of is the stove has more than just this top part to it. It also has the underneath side to it. Let's see how bad mine looks. Okay, so here's the underneath side. We're going to open this up. You just lift up on the front like that, and it comes up off the back. And it's a nightmare. It's not as bad as it could be. I just wanted to show you this because now you can see how things get dirty in there. And so with me, I just spray a little bit of cleaner in here. It's not too bad, just where some stuff is spilt. Spray a little bit of cleaner in there. So that's pretty much it for cleaning the stove. Like I always say, you don't have to be exactly perfect. That close is really good. Then for the small stuff, crumbs out of it. That's one of my little tricks to try to get it that little bit extra better. It's still not going to be perfect, but it's better. Now, check the bottom of this. And as you can see, all this along here is pretty filthy too. So I just simply wipe it with the towel, because what happens with the oven and stuff gets trapped up in there. There we go. Let's see what I got. Got my old towel sitting here. Just slide it right up underneath there. Then I can spray it. Okay, let that sit for a second. Like I was saying with the with these here, that's why you saw that pickup back there dirty, is because that's where the air vents out and then goes up through the range, the hood. So just something else to be aware of. Now I can flip this over, like so. Give it one more wipe across the top. Okay. Now I can put this back in here. See how it goes behind that? There's some clips back there that it slides into, and it just drops down in the middle, and it's on. Okay. Stove is clean. Then, because I don't have new ones of these guys, I just shake them off in the trash. Some of the stuff's not sticking to them, it'll just drop off. Okay. That one. And this one I had to bend over because it's not the exact size. It works. It still works. Actually, this one was on that side because we use this burner the most. That's why I traded. Put the good one over there, put the bad one over here. Okay, so there's that. And now, for the grate. There we go. That's because this one broke, that's why it has that part going on. Okay, wipe this stuff off. Okay, I don't know what else to show you on this. I wipe this down every night after dinner. And then we just keep it closed during the day. The only other thing I could think of is if you're like us and you like to store your pots and pans for traveling, even though we haven't traveled for a long while, with this trailer anyway, what we do is inside here, I'll get this out of the way. We'll take all of our cookie sheets, get a pizza pan, put them in here. Should be fine. And then any other cooking items we want in here, we just throw them in the top. They should be fine. And I can still just stick that down in there, no problem. Okay, and then I'll just use this for example. This one right here. You got a bunch of them, just fold them up, stick them down here, and it'll keep them from shaking. Then on the top one, you could use rolls of paper towels. You can stick paper towels in there after you get all your stuff in there. And so that's how you can keep things from rattling around. Okay, so that's basic maintenance. That's the basic maintenance right there. Have any questions? Leave them in the comment section. Be happy to answer them, best of my knowledge and abilities. Or maybe you have a better idea that I could use. Please share. So, thank you.